The year is 1863, a time of great turmoil and conflict in the United States. The American Civil War is raging, tearing the nation apart with its brutal battles and immense suffering. The Irish Brigade, known for its bravery and fighting spirit, is encamped near Falmouth, Virginia, ready to face the challenges ahead. These men are far from their homeland, facing hardship and danger every single day, yet they remain resolute. Many Irish immigrants joined the Union Army, seeking a new life and opportunities in America. They were eager to prove their loyalty to their adopted country, despite the many challenges they faced. Life in the army was harsh, with soldiers enduring grueling marches and harsh weather conditions. Disease, hunger, and the constant threat of battle weighed heavily on the soldiers, testing their endurance and spirit. St. Patrick's Day was approaching, a beacon of hope and a reminder of their rich heritage. It was a day to celebrate Irish heritage and pride, a moment to honor their roots and traditions. For the soldiers of the Irish Brigade, it was a chance to forget the war for a brief time, to find joy amidst the chaos. They looked forward to a day of celebration and camaraderie, a rare respite from the hardships of war. The officers decided to make it a special event, planning festivities to lift the spirits of their men. They wanted to boost the morale of their weary troops, giving them a much-needed break from the relentless grind of war. Preparations for the festivities began weeks in advance. The heart of the celebration was to be a grand feast. The men received extra rations. Local farmers donated fresh produce. A grand steeplechase was planned. This was a challenging horse race over a course of obstacles. It promised thrills and excitement for both riders and spectators. Word spread throughout the camp. The men were abuzz with anticipation. For a short while, the horrors of war faded into the background. The thought of celebrating their shared heritage filled them with joy. St. Patrick's Day promised a much-needed respite from the grim reality of war. Dawn broke bright and clear on March 17th. A festive atmosphere filled the air. The day began with a Catholic mass. Then the games commenced. Men tested their strength and agility in wrestling matches and foot races. There were sack races, three-legged races, and even wheelbarrow races. Laughter and cheers echoed through the camp. Gambling was a popular pastime, with card games like faro and poker attracting large crowds. Soldiers placed bets on the various contests. The mood was lighthearted and spirited. For a day, the men were not soldiers facing a terrible enemy. They were simply Irishmen, united by their heritage and their love of a good time. Section 4. The General's Race. The highlight of the day was the Grand Irish Brigade steeplechase, an event that had everyone buzzing with anticipation. The course was a grueling 2-mile stretch. It included fences, ditches, and other obstacles that tested both horse and rider. One of the most daunting challenges was a water jump that many feared would be their downfall. Even seasoned riders knew it would be a true test of horsemanship, requiring not just skill but also courage and determination. Major General Joseph Hooker, commander of the Army of the Potomac, was in attendance. His presence added a layer of prestige to the event. He was eager to witness the spectacle, as were the many spectators who had gathered to watch. The race began with a roar of excitement, the crowd's energy palpable as the horses surged forward. Horses and riders thundered across the field, their hooves pounding the earth in a rhythmic cadence. They navigated the challenging obstacles with varying degrees of success, some faltering while others soared. Brigadier General Thomas Francis Meagher, the charismatic commander of the Irish Brigade, rode his own horse. His participation was a highlight for many. He was a skilled equestrian and a fierce competitor, known for his daring and bravery. In a thrilling finish, Meagher emerged victorious, his horse crossing the finish line ahead of the rest. The crowd erupted in cheers, their voices echoing across the field in a triumphant chorus. The general's victory was a source of great pride for the men of the Irish Brigade, a moment of joy amidst the hardships of war. Section 5. A moment of reflection. As the sun began to set, a somber note fell over the celebration. The golden hues of the evening sky seemed to mirror the mixed emotions of the soldiers. During one of the horse races, Quartermaster Sergeant Patrick Mooney was thrown from his mount. He sustained fatal injuries, a tragic event that no one had anticipated. The accident cast a pall over the festivities. The laughter and joy were replaced with a heavy silence as the reality of their situation set in. It served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Each soldier was reminded of their own mortality and the ever-present danger they faced. Even amidst the joy and camaraderie, the shadow of war loomed large. The soldiers knew that their moments of peace were fleeting. The St. Patrick's Day celebration of 1863 was a brief respite for the soldiers of the Irish Brigade. It was a rare moment to forget the horrors of war. It was a day filled with laughter, competition, and a strong sense of camaraderie. The soldiers engaged in games and shared stories, momentarily escaping their harsh reality. It allowed them to reconnect with their heritage. The sounds of traditional Irish music and the sight of Irish flags brought a sense of home to the battlefield. The memory of this day would stay with them. It was a beacon of light in the darkness of war, a memory they would cherish. Soon, they would face their enemies again at Chancellorsville and Gettysburg. The battles ahead would be some of the most brutal they had ever encountered. But on this one day, they were not just